Hey guys, I'm Pixie Fogarty, and this is Problem Solvers. Today, my problem is I need more lights in my studio. So, instead of buying one, I'm going to make one. And I'm also going to show you how to make one for your studio or whatever you want a light for. Okay, so the tools that you're going to need for this is scissors. Really simple. That's the only tool you're going to need. And then the materials that you're going to need is tape. Preferably clear tape, but in this case I'm just using, it's gray, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. And then aluminum foil and 2 pieces of cardstock. And then cardstock is the thicker, like, stronger kind of paper. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your foil and you're going to measure out the piece about 1 inch here. On each side is going to be like approximately 1 inch, if possible. And then if you look at it, there's this not so shiny side, and then there's a super shiny side. You want to find the super shiny side and put that face down on the table, because you don't want this part facing down. Just making sure, because I've totally made that mistake before. Now you're going to take it and you're going to fold the foil over the paper, kind of like this, and making this creased edge like that. And then once it's all folded like this, you can see that you made this piece of basically foil, but very strong foil. And then you're going to want to just tape down a little piece right here and here, where all across. After you finish your 2 foil pieces, and make sure those are all covered, you're going to need 1 more piece. And this piece we're going to cut into a circle for the back. If you're not the best at cutting circles, you can get like a lid or a bowl or something. Or you could fold it in half and just make half of the circle on this side. Now we're going to see if it's the right size by taking these and bending them together. Which could be kind of difficult. When you want to hold the circle up to it and see if it's too big. This is too big and needs to have you like 1 inch or so cut off. So now we're going to take the foil again. And then now we're going to measure it with this. Seems like the right size. So now that you have it like this, make sure you put the shiny side down. And then you put a circle on it. And since this is not a square, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So that's when you're going to take your scissors, or you could rip it or whatever, and you're going to make slits in it. 1 there. Okay, so now that I've made those, I'm just going to take them and fold them over. This one's kind of long, so you totally can just take some and cut it off if you don't want that much excess. Okay, so now this side's all done. Doesn't look the best. But now here's the shiny side, which is really the only side that matters for your light. But to make sure it's all kept down, you want to do a little bit of tape. And this is basically all held together, and because this is going to be attached to a lamp, you're going to need one of these toilet paper roll things. And since it's going to need to poke up through here, so we're going to need to be able to cut out a little piece. Okay, now I don't know if you can see, but there's a little mark in there, which is going to be the circle that I cut out. Okay, so now that that's cut out, you can see it, and you're going to tape all along right here, and then you're going to have to go back in and cut it out again. And then those 2 are connected right there. like I said, you can see the tape going through this part. So we're just gonna go through and cut that out. Okay, so now you have your hole and your two pieces are attached. Now, this is when you're gonna round it up like this, and you're gonna tape it right here. This part can be a little bit tricky, because obviously that looks really bad. So I need to fix it. Just gonna cover it up. That never happened. So if yours ends up like this, don't feel bad. Mine did too. And then you see how it's kind of like this eye shape? You kind of want to... Okay. Now you're going to take this piece and you're going to want to attach it to right here. Oops. Kind of like that. The way you're going to attach it is you're going to take the tape and you're going to put little pieces like this all along it. Okay, now that it's all like this, oh, tape it to the table. Okay, now that it's like this, we're going to set it on here. You're going to probably want to start with this edge, not the bendy one, that one's making it look weird. You're going to want it to be perfectly lined. And when that one's done, come to this one. And you can see it's attached, but there's still gaps like this. You don't want there to be any gaps in your light, so just go through and tape where it needs to be taped. Okay, now that you have it all taped down, take it and you can look inside, and you can see how it's all shiny, which is very nice for reflecting light. It's already kind of reflecting, not really. Alright, so you make sure it still fits in there, and this does. And then you're going to want to cut this, let's see, probably right here, so that it's a little bit shorter. It really depends on what lamp you're planning on putting it on. But if you cut like this could work for almost any lamp. Make sure you shove it in a little bit. You don't want very much of it sticking out that way, so you probably want at least that much. And then you're going to take your tape and you're going to rip off really small pieces, like that size. I want to do this a couple times because this is what's actually holding the light to the lamp. Okay, so now that I got all of those attached, I'm going to grab another piece. This time it's going to be a pretty big one. Just like this. To make sure that all of these are secure, you're going to line it up the side like this. Don't mind me. And wow, that looks awesome. Now that looks a little bit better. And it's attached. Yay! And then there's one more thing, because you know how lights have the little knob thing to turn them on. You're going to want to take this, and at the front of your light, you're going to make a slit that goes up, which is kind of difficult because I already taped it. It's going to go up there on each side. Oops, that was a little high. And you're gonna cut it off like that. Okay, so now that we finished the light part, which is this part, which is really exciting, and is one of the harder parts of this process, we're on to the easier part with the lamp. Ta-da! Ding! Light bulb moment. That was so funny. And then this part, just wiggle and jiggle it off. And it's like this. And then you see this is just the normal like thing. Here's the wiki thing. Okay, and now we're going to take our light and we're gonna put it on. This is why I made the slit like this. And so obviously this is very bent, and so that's why we still need more tape. Okay, so you can take it, and if you look at this one, it needs to be straight, kind of like this, and I need to put a tape piece all the way around, wrapping these pieces in to here. But I still need to be able to twist this thing to turn the light on. It's funny. Alrighty, taking it like this, and wrapping it. Whew, that looks really bad. It's okay, wrapping it all the way around, making sure it's still in its position. And I know that that looks awful, but it's there, okay? Sometimes you need to squish it or whatever. And then you take your light bulb, and you're gonna gently screw it in. Okay, now you wanna face it away from yourself because you don't wanna blind yourself. Because if you blind yourself, you're never gonna be able to make another light. So then you can turn it off. Whoa! That's really cool. Can't really see the way it works, but this will definitely help so much. And if you look inside, which you should not, but since it's on camera, it's fine, I guess. You're gonna see that it's all shining off your foil, and it's all reflecting it out this way. That's why you needed to make the back so that it didn't just go out both ways. Because even though having like a double-sided light or whatever sounds really cool, it's not the best light-wise. And then if you want it like diffused or whatever, I think you use like parchment paper, and you can make a slidey thing on it, which could be really cool. So, yes, this is our light. See you guys next time on Problem Solvers. Hello guys, now we're gonna put this in that. Of this like reflecty your foil. I'm sorry. I just right. Okay. I hope you liked this video.